Hello, welcome to the Observatory. My name is Adam. We're here with the 52nd session of the New Divines Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We have Eric is Stan, David is Terry, Ryan is Billy, Austin is Rolfur. We have Adam as Alice, we have Adam as Nim, Adam as Jack, Adam as Ilga, Adam as Sora, Adam as Garrett. Oh, and there's also Bob over there playing the old man. Boo. Last time, almost everyone got together to talk about the old man. Rolfur was away, summoning up spirits to try and find out what afterlives really are like, but also was telepathically listening in to discussions about the old man. Whereas the old man was thinking, man, I managed to solve that problem. Where was that Eric fellow?
Solved that problem. Excellent. We can move on as a group.
I'll let him know when I need another ride. And I enjoyed myself. Also, last time, it came to the group's collective understanding that there is at least one more god that wasn't accounted for with when you were brought to be, and on some distant continent across the ocean to the east, apparently has been around since the old gods left. So, we were getting pretty late on day 171. Did the discussion crew have anything to do before, presumably Terry opening up spare rooms?
Yes, and I'll go ahead and furnish them real quick, unless Sora's done that already, but just in her time.
There, a couple of them are, but this is probably a little more than she expected guests. So.
Well, I'll spend a few minutes dusting things off, and then get create some furniture for people.
Okay.
Something that'll last hours.
It's like I'll be heading out, but thank you.
Okay. And before you head out, I think I'm going to use my divine question as well, which is sheepishly piggybacked off of the ingenuity of Billy, and that is there are more than one gods on this plane that I do not know about. Is that true?
People out here gaming the system.
I know, definitely used his question away there. Would you repeat that so my brain can try and wrap around?
Mm-hmm. There are more than one. Actually, we'll look at it this way: where there are more than one gods on this plane that I haven't met. Is that true?
You would know that that's true for fact because you haven't met Jack.
Yeah, you did. Y'all met Jack.
Yeah, we met at the very, very beginning.
Oh, okay.
Like I ended up, yeah.
So
there's
what I'm
only
trying
one.
to figure out is...
There's only one.
Okay, so there's only one. So no, it's not true. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah,
as my brain tries to backwards, answer this positive. Let's just say it.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not true that there are more gods out there that we haven't met.
Mm-hmm. So there's only the one. Okay. All right.
Billy heads off. Anyone else heading out? Nope. Okay. So Stan sticks around.
I will go and make myself as a show of presence at the local courthouse, jurisdiction, whatever it is, try to take some stuff off of Sora's plate while I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. You said, Ryan, you ended up leaving? Or you heading back to Nexus?
No, I'm just going into my divine realm for the night.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm just hanging out around the area.
There's a bedroom for you if you want it.
Let's sleep. Okay, thank you. I hang out in the bedroom.
There's also a I mean, if you don't want to be here, there is an active open portal to
Dollport.
what is it? Dollport. Thank you.
Okay. Go proselytize at Dollport, and then as old man, if he ran to Sandra at all or heard of her, and fill him on
I imagine
anything in the
Dollport's
conversation.
pretty saturated at this point.
Yeah. You said you did what with? You said you told the old man about Sandra?
Ask him about Sandra. Like, hey, have you been in this god Sandra yet? Heard about her?
I don't believe I have I?
I don't think so.
Yeah, nope, haven't heard of her. Is she a problem?
Oh. Oh god.
He's just ready to do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah, she is a problem. Kill her.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me she's a problem. See what happens.
All right.
I'll fucking do it again.
Kick the beehive.
Yeah. Do you communicate any further information about it, or?
Let her know what David told us about her or not. Fill him in on the little we know.
But keeping your conversation just to that part of what was discussed.
Oh, there's a bit of a situation. All the gods are here, and all the other ones, minus Jack, are here.
Okay, cool. What are the guys talking? What's up?
They
And
seem to be concerned about you. I don't know why. But no big deal.
Weird. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put what was her name, Cassandra, on the list of enemies for my zone. And if you guys are in my zone, she can't see you because you're clearly all allies. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
yeah. Oh, no problem. What are friends
man.
for?
Bye.
Hey, no problem at all. Listen, I've always looked out for you.
You have, thank you.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess you have a good rest of your day.
Cool, I got a good book trade. All right.
Have you any idea where I could find one, the famed adventurer, Aircraft Rauda?
No, I'll ask my followers, but I have no idea who the guy is.
Okay,
You already-
cool. Yeah, I think I'm the only one who's met him.
You bought your freaking
Yeah, I bought.
stronghold
we're all
from him.
gods. It's like we're all gods. He's definitely met all of us at one point or another. We probably just don't remember. But once he shows up, he'll be sure to remind us of that time he met us. He'll be sure to remind us. In case because we've clearly just forgotten.
Fucking Eric.
Great.
What can I say? He's been nice to the healer the whole time. He's given me money. We've been kind of friendly.
You know, but just the like you kind of like keep it down low on like how bad things are. Like
It's like,
the
no,
worst
no,
that's
no,
gonna happen to
everything's
him. He
fine.
dies.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I don't think I need to worry about him dying anytime soon.
no.
Yeah, that's my night.
Okay. So the sun sets, moon rises, moon falls, dawn of the 172nd day.
A new day rises.
It's a Monday.
It doesn't matter.
It was a Tuesday? Let's start with the old man.
Oh, neat.
Because the old man has a note under your door with a meeting point.
Does it have any information besides meet here?
Mm-mm.
Cool. I'm totally going there. This seems fun. Let's do this.
But yeah, no, it's still in your city, so it's.
Yeah, it does. Does that allow me to know anything? I just have to look up really quickly what my stronghold gives me, because I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Where is stronghold?
You do have one of your top lieutenants in the thing that you could just ask. Someone probably would. There would be someone up while you were.
Excellent. I'm totally just gonna ask that dude.
Yeah.
I like straight lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, I believe one of the informants, a very blue woman, dropped off a message for you.
Abba-dee-da-ba-da. Does the blue woman thing trigger any thought? Because me, Bob, I do not know who that is.
Eladrin have seasonal differences in a winter Eladrin.
Oh, right. The boy's girl, gotcha. Oh, okay, neat. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to a meeting. I'd definitely go there.
Yeah, no. Comfortable environment. Sort of a balcony seat outside of a nice little breakfast place. Overlooking the docks, the port. Morning.
Morning.
You were looking for some information.
Yes. On the famed adventurer, Eric Rasrada.
Yes, God of Adventures.
Reported.
Yes. Well, I know I've traveled between here and home, and with relative frequency, given my ties there and relations here. So he's been through there not too long ago, gaining a degree of followers. And last I heard, he was setting out on a ship to explore the Isle of Mushrooms.
The what?
The Isle of Mushrooms? It's south of your kingdom.
Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard of it. Wow. Excellent. How long ago was this?
Ooh. Week and a half?
How long?
Week and a half.
Do I know if there's, like, a path for me to get to this House of Mushrooms or whatever?
Well, if you go to the southern part of the Ember Kingdom, which does not have great ports, and go south, a little southwest, there is a large island reported to have mushrooms. Little is known about it. If you look at the map for Landsmeet, you can see it.
Okay. Oh, it's so tiny.
You can view it full size if you're looking at it in Discord.
Yeah, no, it's just very difficult. Open link, thank you. Sapphire City. It's south of.
Yep.
The peninsula.
Well, south of the Ember Kingdom. So if you're looking at that one where the Ember Kingdom's south, a little southwest. Because remember, that big chunk of green that hangs at the top
Oh,
of the
it's
map.
the one with the mushrooms. It's not labeled.
It's not
just
labeled.
mushrooms.
It is just visually mushrooms.
Just visually mushrooms, not labeled. Okay.
Yep, little
yeah,
is no.
I see it. Okay.
Thus it drew Eric.
Yeah, it certainly would have.
There's a map you guys have it. There's an island you haven't got it written about.
Okay. I guess. Do I have? Let me look at my spells, which I have not pulled out. They were all put away. Polymorph, disguise, sanctuary. Yeah, I don't think I have a way of communicating with someone who I haven't seen in a while, which is how we're going to phrase my relationship with him. Just haven't seen him in a while.
Go away! Quit bothering me! I haven't seen that guy in a while.
Haven't seen him in a while. Didn't run away from him screaming. I guess I'll use my little mind linky thing to contact Alice and ask her if she's been to the Isle of Mushrooms or knows anything about it.
No.
So yeah, because we have telepathic communication. So I try to contact Alice. I don't know if I can, but I do try.
Yeah,
And nothing's
she says
wrong.
No.
So.
Okay. I'm kind of interested in going there and trying to find someone. I just didn't know. You've been there before.
No.
I just love that literally no one is telling me that anything is wrong.
I mean, they're concerned about you, but there's really nothing wrong in my eyes, so...
As far as we know, you might shoot the messenger.
What?
Not worried about him.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to wait until someone else shows up.
I mean, I can get you to Naramus, but I mean, again, he has a week and a half head start from there by ship, so.
Okay, I don't suppose we could just put the word out there to get when he shows up. Put out in the network to when he shows up somewhere to be inform him that I wish to have a conference with him.
I mean, we can certainly spread word for when he goes back to that place that he has been before.
I mean, we have people in other places besides the places he has been before.
But at least where he's reported to be heading currently, there's no one really to put the word out to.
Okay. Then we will just have to play it by ear, I suppose. So, unfortunate. Well, there goes my plan for that, but...
I mean, you could ask many of your other friends that teleport you around if maybe any of them know. You only checked with Alice.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I'll contact.
You can just send a message to the whole group.
Yeah, I'll just tell the whole group. Ask if anyone's willing to take me there. Crickets? Hello?
I do not know the time scale, so I will not be aware whether or not I am out of my divine realm yet or not, because I haven't had a...
unless you're doing stuff in the morning in your divine realm, you have plenty of time to get out.
Yeah, this is probably 9 or so.
Yeah, it's morning. It's breakfast time by the time that he's doing that.
Okay, if I'm out, then it's whatever, essentially past morning time. Then, if I'm able to, I'm going to contact the old man earlier, before he starts asking this question. But if I don't, then I'll do that now.
Let's say it's around the time that you're figuring out what you're wanting to say to him. That's the time that he sends the message.
Yeah, okay, and it's like, then Billy's going to contact the old man and go over the discussion that we ended up having yesterday about him.
In reply to, can I go to Mushroom Island? Alright. We got it.
Listen, people are mad at you, bud.
Yeah, and it's just like, this seems to be, well, Rolfur wasn't present, but he seems to also be against what you did. But this was Terry and Sora and Garadane and Ilga and me and Stan all ended up meeting up and talked about wanting to protect people from other potential domination attempts. Because at least from my perspective, I don't want that to happen to Sora or me, as far as that goes. Terry is especially angry with you because he's felt that you shouldn't have had the authority right or what have you both to bulldoze over him by banishing him, but also really is opposed to the reduction in the number of individuals who have divine power. He seems to think that that is a something of high importance to him. I tried to explain as best I could what I thought your perspective might have been on the situation, but Terry just completely disagreed with that, and I said that maybe we should get your input before we kind of go any further down that particular line of discussion.
I mean, this is the second time he's tried this.
That was something that I ended up asking Stan about, and we got a bit more of a history of what transpired between him and Yurdle, and I tried to explain that this is the second time that Yurdle had attacked Stan, and that you were just going to take somebody who had already kind of built up somewhat of a history of trying to usurp Stan's power and just take care of it permanently. But
I mean, Yurdle's the aggressor.
Mm-hmm.
The aggressor makes the rules in combat. That's how it works. If you're not willing to defend yourself and defend your friends and family, what good are you? I mean, should I have let Yurdle take over Stan's power over some nature of belief that maybe he'll learn better next time? I mean, this is the second time. How many times am I supposed to allow this to happen?
That was basically Terry's perspective, that you should have had a back and forth and then stopped and given him another chance, basically.
He had a back and forth and stopped. That's what happened last time, and this is the result. I'm not going to sit here and allow Stan, who is one of the best of us, frankly, be taken over by some usurper just because it seems like the nice thing to do. That's not how the world works. That's not how conflict works.
Yeah, it's like I thought that this was your perspective, and it's like I understand why you did it. So it's like,
listen, no one else is in danger of me attempting to take them over because I've promised not to. Everyone who signed the paper is completely safe, and everyone who doesn't target one of us is completely safe. I don't really have an issue. The person I have the largest issue with is Garadane, and that has nothing to do with any... that has to do with old life stuff. That has nothing to do with anything that happened recently.
Garadane's opinion...
And he signed the contract. There's nothing I can do about it unless he attacks me first.
Yeah. Garadane's opinion on this situation with Yurdle, he thinks that you were within full right of doing what you did.
Oh no, he's still there.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's like
Eric left.
Yep.
And he did bring up that technically Yurdle was not part of the contract, so it didn't count on that fact.
And I went there in full intent of getting Yurdle to sign the contract.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I brought that up too, but Yeah, we'll have to see what Rolfur has to say, and Rolfur's not fully informed on the history of the situation. Maybe he'll...
No, Rolfur's never liked me, let's be honest. I mean, the whole father of lies stuff he started spreading as part of his religion has nothing to do with me and entirely with his prejudices. Like, I didn't have anything to do with this whole he's a liar, he's a thief, da-da-da-da-da stuff. That's him. He says I'm a liar. I don't lie. There's no need to lie.
Rolfur's definitely got a certain perspective.
That's one way to put it.
He sure is.
So
but that's, I mean, Rolfur does his job.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the man. I disagree with him, but every time that something needs to be done, he gets that's in his realm of responsibility. He takes care of it. It's an admirable trait, even if I don't agree with him.
But yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up so we have lines of communication as to what's going on.
And you know, I appreciate that. So, want to go see some mushrooms?
What do you mean?
Well, I would like to go to this mushroom place, and I can't get there because I can't teleport. So, I need someone to take me there.
Where is it?
It is, and I describe where it is to him.
Have I ever been there?
You have not ever been there.
Okay.
It's on the opposite side of the continent where you did all your exploring. But you know, a lot of fungus are edible. There could be some interesting flavors there.
That is...
I hear they have a blast.
Yeah, it's like, that is certainly true.
Because they're real fun guys.
It's like, yeah, I'm interested. I'll have to think for a bit to figure out. I've never been there myself. Figure out maybe how to get there.
Well, if you figure it out, let me know. I'm interested in going. I'm looking for the famed adventurer Erkrasbrada. He's apparently the god of adventure? And I think he's one of the ones who was here before us? Or after us? I don't know.
Oh, that's something else. So we, had you heard about this god of the East called Sandra?
Yeah, I was told that they attacked Terry, so I made her an enemy of my zone, and since all of you guys are my allies, if you're there, you'll be hidden from her.
Okay, cool.
So it's a dedicated safe zone from that, and like Alice is hidden from Jack there too, because she's afraid of him.
Another thing about Sandra is that we found out that they are the only god that none of us have met. That was something Terry was able to confirm.
Maybe Erkrasbrada has.
Technically,
he is a famed adventurer.
Technically, all Terry confirmed was that there was not one that Terry had not met.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, me saying yeah. So Terry hadn't. So it's like so yeah, we've got some other god out there who's not Jack, who we haven't had much contact with.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see.
You gonna check and see if she's having fun, Bob?
Mushroom.
Sure. Is she having fun? Adam, is she having fun?
No.
She's not having fun. Lame.
Gotta kill her.
You gotta kill her, not having fun. Oh, here we go again.
Here we go, murdering again.
Oh no, here I go, doing another murder.
So, my question is, was that entire conversation over everybody's mental channel?
No, just me and
just one-to-one.
So you didn't end up asking everybody about the mushroom place?
No.
Well, I did probably ask everyone about the mushroom place, but when he responded, I was just talking to him.
Well, I'm gonna reply back.
I said, I'm down.
Like, what mushroom place?
I give you another description, the same description, not another description, of the wondrous mushroom place.
Have I ever had the pleasure of vacationing there, Adam?
No.
Well then, that sounds interesting. If you're willing to take a risk, I can try to get us there.
Man, I'm all about risk.
All right, I figure worst case scenario, we end up on an island somewhere. We actually figure worst case scenario, we end up inside of an island somewhere.
So just to point out, the night before we just had a conversation.
About
Genuinely said we do not trust this guy. He had a collect call in the next morning. Hey, want to go to a new island with me you've never been to before?
You want to go to an isolated area that nobody knows where it is? Please?
I'm just saying, this is a toxic relationship, and you're just contributing to it.
So I asked the group, let them know. So,
Also, for the record, Adam, Ryan's little buddy who's in the college, he also got to hear about Mushroom Place.
oh my gosh.
Because someone is more inclusive than someone else.
So, I'm gonna ask people there, say, the old man wants to go and visit this mushroom place and, like an island of mushrooms, and I am really intrigued by an island of mushrooms.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm planning on going.
Are we trying to move forward?
Well, we can't move back.
Is that Sora, or?
Nope, that's Alice.
That was Alice.
Okay, I can't always tell your voices.
They're not always
They're
that
very-
different.
Yeah, they are very similar.
Here's the thing, with Alice, I look up a bit.
Yeah, that's true. And, I mean, the only people that are missing out on mind links right now are Jack and Nim, so... and I will probably need to set up a meeting for either of them.
Don't bring up Jack around him. I don't know what he'll do, and I don't know that I want him to, and I don't know that I don't want him to.
When you bring up Jack, when you said his name, I go, yeah,
no, he's talking verbally to Alice.
Verbally to the people in the...
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know Alice was there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
So,
because I was going to bring up to her that Jack is one of the people I've banned from my zone, and that she's safe from him there.
Well, Billy could pipe in with that. He knew, but...
Yeah, Billy probably.
Oh, and so
Anyway.
yeah.
But,
wait, did I hear that part of the conversation though?
Yeah, I think that this is
Yeah.
a private conversation that you're currently having.
Yeah, we're all in the same, living room place
Because
with
Billy
breakfast.
isn't there, because Billy left.
I'm not.
Oh, Billy left. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
I'd be in
so in that
Dalport
case,
right now.
okay. So yeah, in that case, we're sitting here having breakfast. And,
scary.
and I think that I'm gonna see if I can get people together to do this. I think the way I see it is that if he's with us, we know what he's doing, or at least have a better idea. We have a better idea, at least.
And stop him from taking Aerodol when we were with him. Yeah.
And when I plan on visiting with
Still,
the other...
Garridane will pipe up. While we're still dealing with the fallout of this, may we continue to crash here?
Certainly. And if you need anything to be brought here from Nexim, we can arrange something.
He did not come from Nexim. He's from Cronport.
Okay.
Ilga kind of shrugs. I've been traveling about to libraries. I'm sure you have something around here that...
Message to Terry. Is Ilga still with you?
Yes.
Is she aware of the Mushroom Island and its location?
Ilga, are you familiar with this island of mushrooms?
Not directly, but I've certainly read a couple of accounts.
Anything particular about it? Like super shiitake or anything like that?
God, you sounded so... Terry was super into that. Super into the shiitake.
I'm not exactly sure how much of the accounts to trust, though I might warn that perhaps some of the mushrooms have mind-affecting capabilities.
Do people live there?
Well, from the descriptions at least, the mushrooms
It's
come
apparently
to life
super dope.
and converse in the minds of those that visitors have met. So,
Sentient mushrooms. Wonderful.
yeah.
Mushrooms. You know, there are species of mushrooms that do feed on other forms of fungi. So maybe it won't be cannibalism. Maybe they'll have, like, extra delicacies. Anyway.
I don't know. Does Ilga have any samples of the mushrooms? Or just written words about it?
She's just never written words about it. But, she's gone from library to library, not like botanist lab to botanist lab.
She is still trying to get all of the stuff that's already recorded because she gets it through her mind into the books in her afterlife, and she's just trying to get every book into her afterlife.
Nice. Well,
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Hey, Rolfur.
Yeah.
You want to join us in a probably ill-fated trip to a isle of hallucinogenic mushrooms?
No. I have other plans.
Do you, like what?
I'm working on some god stuff.
Oh, excuse me. That's
Slam dunk!
did I just suddenly, just like to the group in general, did I like miss something where I am like officially no longer considered a god to everybody else around here?
No, you're...
Are you still talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm working on personal issues. As in, I'm doing some soul searching and a better understanding what I want my goals to be moving forward. I feel like I have had lack of direction, and I've been making choices rashly, so I'm trying to build a plan for the future.
You know what's great for building plans? Friends.
Rolfur's over the mind link, right?
I'm trying to speak with him over the mind link,
Okay.
yes.
Then if Rolfur's over the mind link, I will take a bit of time to send him the information that we have about Stan and Uriel's history together. So he's informed about that as just additional information.
Also, by the way, you and Ilga should get together and talk about recording things.
Recording things?
Yeah, her afterlife is apparently anything that Ilga knows, she writes into books in her afterlife.
That was to Rolfur. Okay.
Yeah.
My records are extensive, though they are fairly specific in their focus.
Are you saying that this is you think of her more as competition?
No, but eventually copies of my book will be in all my temples, and they will be made available to her at that time. For now, though, I only have one copy of the book, so I'm using it.
He's not interested in her information.
I mean, eventually we'll do some cross-paying, but seriously, guys, we've been at this for like a couple months. We don't gotta do everything right now. But yes, no, I plan on taking some time off and visiting the family to help make contact with my mortal roots so I can better understand what kind of god I want to be.
Well,
the general consensus of everyone else seems to be live like a rich king.
I mean, that's what everybody
And
wants.
are you saying that globally or directly to Terry?
I'm speaking to Terry.
I'm
Terry's
just
response
saying.
was, that's what everybody wants.
No, I don't.
I own a bar.
Yeah, but you're already a king.
Yeah, he already did that. He's like, I don't want to be a king again.
That's kind of
And
pushing
Terry
the
comes
envelope on mortality rate. Right? That was kind of my shtick.
And Terry comes from a culture where it is very much so build your way up. But, okay. Well, I don't think that's true for all of those that are doing God status stuff. I'm almost certain that's not Alice's goals. So I guess my suggestion is to maybe see if Alice would like to join you. I think that perhaps she might have interesting observations.
That's true. She doesn't have family. I was about to disregard that entirely out of hand because she can go visit her own family. But she doesn't have any.
What is up with people and just disregarding Terry?
You know otherwise. You're misremembering. Rolfur knows better. She does have family. It was part of the reason that she put off going back. She was afraid to let her family know what had happened because her thought is, to them, I've died. What's going to happen after they've processed all of that and then I'm back?
Yeah, it's a weird situation. My family just knows I fell out of contact for a while. Mm-hmm. But then everything was fine. That's normal.
My family knows that I'm a god, and they were like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Alice is, one of Alice's fears still is her family.
Terry understands that. But
Chuck's basically the only family that's relevant.
Alright, well, Terry's gonna reach out to the old man and say,
mentor.
I'd like to take 2 days to kind of process and prepare, maybe, because this island sounds pretty dangerous.
Sounds good. I've got some plans for today, anyways. Okay. Now that I think about it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a tea party. I contact Alice on a private network. Mm-hmm. Say, hey, want tea? There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Hint, hint, it's not Jack. It's absolutely Jack.
What? She doesn't think that at all. Her fears are not that she's going to be fed to Jack. Her fear is that he might overreact and destroy Jack, or that he might not. Those are the two things that she's afraid of to do with Jack. Because she doesn't know whether she can't tell him, promise me you won't do that to Jack, because she doesn't know if she is going to need him to. Because Jack is such an unknown. Literally, like as much of a fear as Jack is in her mind, it is almost entirely because he just disappeared. And so she has
it's kind of like
no idea.
It's kind of like not telling your big brother that there's a kid at school bullying you. Because you don't know how he's going to handle it.
I like you as a brother. I'd like you not to be in jail.
It's like they're all really real mad at him. Don't tell him. He might. But yeah. So I asked her if she wants to have tea.
A little later today?
Yeah. Around tea time.
Just after grilling.
So I'm going to go and pick up some nice tea. I mean, I probably have some, but I'm going to pick up some. And I have the preservation chest, so I'm going to pick up some nice cakes and things like that. And then I go into my realm and warn Jane that we're going to have company for tea. There's someone I'd like you to meet. I think it will help with your decision. Because she's still sitting on the wish sword that can bring her back. I'm like, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Do you want anything? We probably shouldn't be wearing the crowns or the mask. Can we hide the crowns and the mask, please? Pretty please?
Yes, of course, but...
And just no reason why you would. Why would you? But just don't bring up the crowns and the mask.
What do you do to your friends?
Usually harmless pranks. And protect them? Violently. I could probably use adult supervision. It's real hard for you to do in here, I own a bar. You want to run a bar? It's attached to a spy network. You can run that too.
No, not at all.
You could just drink at the bar. There's a beautiful room upstairs.
But I don't need to just... If I'm just going to do that, I might as well stay here.
That's fair. I brought wine. Also, cakes, crumpets, teas, tarts.
We have more already, but sure.
Like, excellent. I go and take the crown and the mask and I hide them on top of the 4-poster bed because it has that overhang thing. They're hidden up there, and then just like put a little sign on them that says "Don't notice me." It's Alice. It'll totally fucking work. Pick me up. Diabolical.
Drink me.
Most evil of all weapons. The light grenade.
So, Rolfur, what are you doing?
Yes. I don't know. Did I find out who was lying about their afterlives, or if anybody was, or being deceptive about them, or being a little too vague?
Yeah, some of them were vague, and you add more detail. No one seemed to strictly be lying.
Yeah. More or less what promised. I'm more worried about people that we don't know directly. Like, just making sure those guys on the outskirts are doing their thing.
Wait, so you're not even going to notice that I'm totally being honest?
Well, man's being honest. I mean, Yurtle's afterlife was whatever, an afterlife to further the progress of war. He's furthering the progress of war on the material plane by what his afterlife does. In general, from taking time to speak with the souls, they seem satisfied. Like, it feels almost like to them that while, yes, they are the people of war going on to make the tools of war, the people that bother to follow after war seem to get a sense of satisfaction from being able to further that where they'd come from. So, at least from the selection did.
So they're pretty good with it.
Yeah. So do you have sections for, say, example, Jack in your temple that you're checking with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just us. Everyone I can get a hold of. Everyone who gave me answers about what their afterlife.
Did you dream him to get details?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we blitzed through it, but yeah, we all got dreamed.
Yeah. So his is basically series of, islands at this point. They can only give so much detail. They haven't managed to get around all of it yet.
Is it a big empty ocean with lots of islands?
Yeah.
Or I guess a big full ocean with lots of islands.
Yeah. At least from what I've seen.
They go, yeah, well, that sounds about right then.
It sounds like it. I mean, that's interesting. I wonder how powerful he is.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to get big area just
you go
flat out.
You go into Jack's area, and all you just hear is Moana.
Just
make way, make way.
How big you can get your airplane pretty big, pretty quick.
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long.
And if it's natural environments, Because remember, you can also spend once you get to that rank, you can also start spending your divine abilities on more demiplane enhancements.
What kind of wackadoo would do that, though?
I'm now wondering if he just spends his days in his own afterlife.
I didn't even know this was here! Adventure!
Wandered into it by mistake and just keeps going. I would imagine that around the next corner would be this. It is!
I'm so good! Bring me that horizon.
Wait, it's not supposed to really get that close.
Whoopsies.
Flat Earth is...
4 of you have tried to kill me before. 1 of you succeeded.
Yes, after all that, then I would take my trip home. I want to just visit some family, talk with some family, use them as sort of a sounding board. How separated from my mortal life do I want to be?
Let me pull up your...
To be clear, we have like weeks of downtime. I've already figured all this stuff out. I'm just walking Rolfur through the steps now.
So do you have the ability to teleporting there, or are you...
Yes, I can teleport.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one stuck walking. I'm the friend without a car when you graduate high school.
I'd like to point out Terry has built a car, and he puts it on his head and keeps it in his pocket.
Yeah, but he didn't give it to me, and now he probably won't. Because apparently I'm dangerous. I'm not the mages here, you know. I'm just a little old rogue.
I have a sweet whip if you want to borrow that, but
I don't know.
I have the same problems you have too.
Yeah, Stan can't teleport.
Okay, so...
You could
Well,
probably
things,
shadow walk.
first off, I don't know if you want to start with it, or if you want to do it after the fact. But Roland, your father, is deceased. You can look, I'm sure in your books, register where he's gone.
He's in my afterlife.
I have no idea.
Just dawned on me.
Yeah, because I'd want to give that information to the old mom there. Because some people are really attached to doing the thing together in the afterlife. But whatever. Dad's dead. I'll check with him first. Does he want Mom to know where he is? Or is he more
That's
of
a good son. That's a damn good son. That's a fine boy. That's a good man he raised.
It's like Abbott or Tell is like, nah, man, I've been drinking for free for decades out here.
Listen, contract said death do us part, and these are some wild ones out here.
I'm kind of free. Who knows?
Listen, if I could go back in time, I don't know if I would have married your mother. That's all I'm saying.
My backstory is not super fleshed out. It is pretty basic.
I have some details here. Let's see.
I was playing with something and it launched that way across the room, and I had to go get it because I launched it across the room.
You fool.
I'm a fidgety boy, what can I say?
So he is in Sora's afterlife.
Sora was...
Nature.
Oh!
My partner.
Neato. I mean, is that working out for him?
Yes. Yes, no. Still astonishing. But no, after a long time floating my way there.
This robot came up.
As far as your mother, I mean, if she still hasn't moved on, then I mean, I'm not against her knowing to move forward. But if she's carried on with her life, I certainly wouldn't want her to feel like she has to make her choices to be able to see me again. That's...
Oh god, can you imagine her second husband shows up and she's just like, oh, I'm hooked up with the first one, so he did that thing with his tongue and you refused, so I'm with the first one now. Next time, be more generous.
So yeah, we'll play it by ear.
A lesson for everyone.
Well, there we go. I have that information.
Okay.
I will go actually home.
Alright, so Astrid Recodari. Yeah, you find her in sort of the workshop behind the house, helping instruct a young gnomish girl in some of the wood carving.
well, I'm back. I'll be in the house whenever you're done. I mean, she's in the middle of teaching.
Rolfur might have Asperger's.
She's in the middle of something.
She takes a couple of minutes to set the person working, and she kind of makes her way in. Just shy of 70. She kind of...
Yeah, how much time is passed?
She doesn't have to be. I mean, you know a guy with the Fountain of Youth.
I mean, sure, but I also don't really... People are supposed to die. That's something that's supposed to happen.
I like this. Really, all this? It's not really Rolfur's mad at the old man. It's now Stan's more powerful, and he's already mad at Stan.
You don't realize what you've done. That's clear. I have no idea why you're angry at me. Apparently, I did a bad.
She kind of, gives you a bit of a weaker hug, and she says, "Oh, it's been a couple of years. Make yourself at home, of course."
I drank the last Diet Coke in the fridge, so...
Get out.
I told you to make yourself at home, so that was my bad.
Yeah.
So, what's been going on the last couple of years with you?
Well, a lot of stuff.
You haven't been home in that long?
I was literally a guy who went around, traveled, and followed armies to keep track of their dead. So yes, I've been gone a while. I was on campaign.
So she's unaware that you even died?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Unless she's heard about the religions.
In which case, I'm a god now, but I didn't die.
Come on, why are you breaking your mother's hide?
Yeah, she was like one of the first people I told about the gods. She ended up going for
Harry,
I think.
Yep. Out of craft.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the plan. Just come spend some time at home, visit, catch up.
Sounds like your sister hasn't been there any more recently than you have.
Yeah.
I think your dad might have secretly been aircraft proud of.
No, my dad's dead.
Uh-huh.
No, the man who raised you is dead.
Now for that pack of cigarettes. Get back.
Aircraft Sprouta is very much so alive.
Just the kids wandering off and not coming home.
To be fair, I only recently gained the ability to just teleport over. I mean, like, a couple weeks ago, or I don't know. In-game time is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't that long ago that I gained the ability to show up at the house whenever I wanted, and I haven't done so until now. So that's a very realistic response, because we all have cars, and how often do we go visit our mothers?
Every week.
Equally,
I haven't seen my mother since last Thanksgiving.
That's
Oh,
very
no,
sad.
I saw her on Christmas.
Time for the year, Mark.
Okay. For the intentional purpose of outing Austin, at the time of recording, we are presently like a week before the next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
2024.
It's like I talked to her. She's fine. I don't need to see her to know that.
I don't go to see my mother to make
Yeah,
sure
my
she's
mom's just one of my
fine.
friends, so...
No, she needs help. Like, it's a 50-pound bag of dog food, and she's an old lady. She can't pick it up, so I go over and do that and change the light bulbs or whatever else she needs. And then usually we go out to lunch. Or take her shopping because she can't pick up the 36 packs of Bud Light, which to me means she shouldn't be buying them, but she assured me she'd just buy 2 18 packs and I could save her some money if I quit bitching and pick up the 36 pack.
I mean, yeah. That's legit.
She's a smart woman.
To be fair,
Former
she
staff
could
is
just
very good at math.
she could probably just order them with the car side thing, where they go and put them in their car for, and then she could just take out the individual the bottles.
Yeah, but then
cans,
she's leaving
whatever.
a case of beer in her car, like a crazy person.
Yeah, so
It's like a crazy person.
I've met her. I think she'd be okay with that.
No.
Also, she's retired. I'm pretty sure that she could just, take her time moving bottles individually.
Yeah, but that's also that's ridiculous. She doesn't need to do that. She gave birth to boys. We can take care of her.
Well, yeah. Anyways, anything specific that you go over with your mother, or just...
No.
Okay.
We're doing catch-up stuff. This is more just an opportunity for, like I said, Rolfur felt like he was kind of, that he wasn't really sure what he was doing. So he's trying to center himself. And he figured going back to the mom was a good way to do that. Mm-hmm. Touch base. And then, of course, since he is such a good son, having finally shown up, of course, got to yell at the sister about having not shown up so recently and what a terrible daughter she is.
Like, you never show up to help Ma out? She's 70. Just go straight Italian brother. Like, you're breaking my heart.
I really wish we had...
You know how far inland she lives.
I wish that we had, like, a godly form that we could, like, turn on. So you could, like, descend from the seven heavens and be like, why haven't you visited your mother?
I mean, Alice has one.
I mean, I can some of people's old grandmothers and make them yell at them.
And also, that'd be
hilarious.
That is something you can absolutely just get.
I mean, go and visit your sister, some of the shade of your father, so he can yell at her for not visiting.
I summon my grandparents in attack mode.
Otherwise...
Summon grandmother. Have you not been eating? Why haven't you been eating? Look at you, you're all skin and bones.
Anything else people were wanting to do before moving on to midday? What are you doing, Terry?
I'm going to reach out via prayer to Nim.
Okay.
Dear Nim, are you at a place like let's see. I would like to help you with by providing a permanent mind blank. Where would you like to meet?
Dearest Terry, darling Terry, I don't want your defenses. I'd rather see what comes.
No one listens to Terry.
I
alright.
listen to you, bud.
Just
don't agree.
So fucking bullshit.
What did you say? I wasn't paying attention.
What?
Well, I'm not going to dwell on that and send the same prayer to Jack.
What?
Yes. Where is old Jack?
No, yeah, you get no response with that.
I'm gonna pray to dear Jack. This is Terry, the god of crafts, that is praying to you. If one god prays to another, it does not result in any loss of power. However, it does allow for two-way communication. Amen.
He doesn't believe you.
Well, how did it...
What? Was that...
Is it like is what you get.
He's very drunk. Just like to point out that I am not the king of chaos. He is.
Wait, who was up for the Tempest?
He done took your jar.
He took my gerb.
Because Tempest is... So what? That's Alice, right?
It's Alice.
So tragic as that is, Alice needs to take condition immunity poisoned and then give Jack her powers. It's very important.
That's the dirtiest attack of all. Sobriety for a sailor.
The ultimate.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you...
Well,
What do
Jack,
you do with
you
a
have
sober one is the real question.
Jack, you need to write down a reminder to pray to Terry to let him know when you're sober so that you can get a gift. You have a gift waiting for you. It's a present. It's probably a lot of rum, but you have to talk to Terry.
I would like a lot of rum, Terry.
Oh, Terry, please do give me a lot of rum. Hey, tell him to pray to Alice for a lot of rum.
Okay. It's like, where are you? I went to give you rum.
You don't get a response.
He may be passed out. I'm gonna let... Man, that's it, isn't it? Everybody else has mind blank. I am going to take the day, since I have it, and was not spending it the way I thought it was, and I'm going to spend my time with Sora, working on the kingdom and our relationship.
But not building up the army for the battle that's definitely coming.
We don't need an army. There isn't going to be a war.
You realize Rolfur was on his way, right?
I would like to point out that I don't think in Earth's history there's ever been a time where one side of a conflict said there's not going to be a war and the other side was able to just force it. That doesn't happen.
I mean, you kind of deserve it. This is the lesson you need to learn.
Like, realistically, Adam, how long is it going to take them to get to march to the border of the Jade Kingdom?
From
where we were.
From Beesland?
Yeah.
I mean, that would take quite some time. They'd have to, just walking from Beesland through Entwistle and Thornvale to the western shores where Cabo River meets. They're just marching on land.
Because it's not like they've got giant, road shredding tanks or anything.
Not that you know.
I didn't see any.
You did see that there was, I think, one weird giant tank that was in the Mint of Iron. They did have one of the vehicles out over there in the sands. But
yeah,
that's,
how long
that's
would it
Mint of
take
Iron.
much?
Does that have anything to do with Beesland's conflict?
Fine, I go ahead and make sure... you know what, I'm sure that some of the nobles
You've already let the
have
noble
already...
families just to be prepared for whatever. I mean, so if you don't want to be directly involved in it, the noble families have been made aware, basically, at very least, the defensive forces that they have, the standing militia that they have, that they're making sure that they're that they're up to date, that they're trained, that they're not being lazy. That has already been done. So,
and most importantly, they're taking out loans.
I checked to see if there's any kind of spy network that they have that's or informants that they have that are keeping eyes on any kind of movements like that.
You check with what? Yeah, the families, if they're watching...
Yeah, the armies of Beesland or any kind of anything like that.
They don't have any eyes directly in Beesland. They have eyes in alliances through Entwistle, where any massive troop movement across that they would see. They have, as well as Yugraz, if they move further north. They also have eyes in the Minks Canal to see if they're making alliances to move troop ships.
There was something about a Jade Crescent, something like that. What was it that they said something?
Who said something?
someone, like one of the warriors or
When you weren't there, they mentioned the emerald carving, but I don't know if Billy or Stan mentioned either.
Nope. I don't think they did, unless I'm wrong. The dicks. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Sora, does she want to take a day trip to the border?
Which border?
The ones set to the south by Beesland?
Well, I mean, there are multiple nations between Beesland and you, is the point.
Yeah, sorry, I've got the thing.
The one on the west, the Cabo River border, would be through Antwistle and Thornvale.
Yeah, let's by Antwistle, south of Thornvale. Because Tora, we've got Bitter Mountain, Salisbury, and Whistle, Thornvale. Rose. Okay, so like the border to Thornvale.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a river. You're not going to see all of it, but...
Okay. Well, I just asked her if she wants to...
She will go with you.
Have like a... Okay. Yeah. We're going to teleport down to the river, so I don't need to be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get out my flying carpet. We're going to go and pick up some local foods and have a flying carpet ride with
stop by Wagashi, get some beignets.
Yes, exactly.
I can show you the
We take the day sampling foods, flying pretty quick, just along the way to make sure that but with the real goal being Terry now has seen and is remotely familiar with the border.
There are watchtowers along it, mostly on the other side. Thornvale has a defensive position for you, but Thornvale has an aggressive history, and so they just kind of are on the... There would be reason to be attacked. They're also not the best treated of nation, but, you know...
Okay.
But yeah, so, you're seen doing that, but...
That's fine.
And David, if you're concerned about that, just pick something up while you're there.
Yeah, as long as if you have a piece of where you are, where you pass, just like pick it up and label it.
Riverstone, yeah.
And that's 100% accuracy.
Definitely pick up something from each town that we stop.
I think there's
label them carefully. Don't want to mix those up.
There's really only one town, which is like the very.
Okay. Well, each village we stop at.
You don't really have villages along that river. You have some like family. There are like some farms, family units that have spots set up along it. But you do not have. That is not the river of which your community builds along. That is your border. Yeah. You have some individuals. You have a couple. At this time, honestly, understocked barracks from some of the older wars, but yeah.
Okay.
That may also just be a family farm where this was like a whole barracks situation set up, and someone moved in and decided to plant things here because nobody was around, and it was already built.
Well, anyway, I'm going to spend the next 2 days basically doing that.
Okay. So you're doing that. Were you doing anything, Billy?
Well, I'll check in with the old man to see if we're still planning on going to the mushroom place, or if he's got something else that he's doing now.
We're going tomorrow.
2 days. You need Terry asked for 2 days.
2 days. Yeah. Terry asked for a couple days.
Okay.
So he wants to come with us, so that's when we're going.
Oh, Billy would know that if Terry is piloting, that it's going to be the low chance of teleportation pull.
So...
I'm not a magic boy, I have no idea.
We're going there just to explore the mushrooms, or what was it?
I was looking for the famed adventurer, Air Rada.
Oh, okay. Well...
I mean, he might be there he might have come and gone, or he might have come and he's there currently, or I might miss him entirely. I don't really care.
Okay.
I have a question for him, and it's not pressing per se, but we haven't been there, and it sounds fun, so let's go.
Yeah, and it's like I'd be more interested in the island, but maybe I'd be able to help you get in contact with Eric, or at least to ask your question.
Okay.
So, okay, then that's going to be in a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask over the Mind Link what other people are doing.
I am traveling with my wife.
Okay.
A bath.
I'm preparing to go to tea.
Okay. Stan, Rolfur.
Visiting family.
Okay.
Proselytizing with a quaddle I just summoned.
Alright.
You're talking to a quaddle?
Shape changes. It's telepathy.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll spend.
You're talking. You're reading religious script to a parrot. I just want you to know that.
That's serpent.
The parrot is reading it out. Thank you. But yes.
Yeah. And it's like, well, then I
You
will
can change it to humanoids, that's what I have
spend
to.
the day exploring, I guess.
What are you exploring, Billy?
Well, as a deed just to maybe make some connections with their families, let's go ahead and visit the Goompa Islands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Goompa Land. Yeah, you would have objects from there, so you could teleport on target still. So yeah.
So I will just teleport to the Goompa Island.
What's yours?
Give me a luck check.
Okay.
It's Airgrass Rada, famed adventure.
Yeah, I still have advantage. Alright. So I get a 16.
16? Okay. Yeah. You teleport into one of the old villages that looks like they're not currently inhabiting anymore. That not unusual. They occasionally have to relocate just for letting the area regrow and.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and let's see. So if nobody's around here, I'll go ahead and would they have moved further away, or would they still have a place close by?
I mean, they would be somewhere on the island, so.
Okay.
I mean, the island is, 10 or 15 miles on the long direction and maybe 5 miles on the short, so.
Well, I'll go ahead and summon my Pegasus, and then if I need to get underneath any of the jungle cover to see stuff, I'll use Arcane Eye in order to throw it and take a look down and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll fly around looking for people.
And make a perception check.
I get a 20.
20. Okay, you will find them. But first, old man, you are told that Alice has arrived in your tavern.
Excellent. I go over there, just and open the door. I'm like, come, let's have tea.
Okay.
And I lead her in, and I'm like, oh, this is my wife.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I mean, he talks about you often.
And she's
just like really like almost like upset with you. Like, what are you putting me in the middle?
I'm just like, I mean, she knows I don't talk about her.
Okay. He doesn't. I didn't.
She knows now.
Hi. I'm Alice.
I revert to my natural form, which Alice has seen. I'm just like, so, What would you like to talk about? And then I just sit down to have a lovely tea.
A lot of it, she pours her heart out. The people are mad at you, and that she's not sure why, and she doesn't know why you had to do that. Why couldn't we have just left? Why did we have to bring Stan in the first place? If he's attacked Stan before, why did we bring Stan back to him? Why?
I explained to her why I did what I did and why I felt like I had to. Similar to how I explained it to Ryan, I'm like, as for taking Stan with us, he knew the risks. It is part of being an adult that sometimes you knowingly walk into danger. And I think he went as a way of trying to show goodwill and trying to show that he also would agree not to attack Yertle. And I just,
But if we knew that he'd done that, why didn't we have him set back until we at least explained why we were there? It just happened
that might have been wise.
It was just so quick.
Most fights do. And yeah, that might have been a wise thing to do. And every action that we ever take, you can look back on and realize that there was probably a wiser way to handle it. That's everything, Alice. And that's part of being sentient, is that you look back at your life and go, there were wiser choices that could have been made that would have led to less trouble or better things. But this is all information we know now, not information we had then. I honestly believed that I had scared Yertle significantly enough last time that he tried this, that he wouldn't try it again. And I didn't really realize that one could use mental compulsion to force the shifting of power. I didn't know. These are all things I know now. Mainly, I'm just very sorry that you had to see it. And I know that it's kind of important for you to see, because there's an area that is your responsibility, and there's a man out there who is your enemy, potentially.
We don't
and
know
I'd
that.
like to tell you, no, we don't. And until we do, much like Yertle, nothing's going to happen to him. He has to choose to be your enemy. I did set him as a forbiddance in my zone for you specifically. So if he comes here and you're here, he cannot find you. You are always safe in Nexum. But at some point, we're going to have to talk to him. And if you don't want to be there for that, that's fine. But if you do want to be there for that, you will not be in danger. I promise. All of us will make sure that doesn't happen to you.
I know that.
And even Terry, in his misguided way, I don't agree with him. I won't say it's misguided. I know he's mad at me, and he, in some realms, has a right to. I treated him like a child. I treated him treated him poorly. I shouldn't have done to him or handled it how I did, but at the time, I believed it was necessary. And to a certain extent, I still believe it was necessary, but I regret the path that I took to get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, people are mad at me. That's part of being an adult, too. Sometimes you do things that upsets people, and
Part of being a kid also.
I suppose so. But you're in charge of a group of people. I've been in charge of a group of people. And I don't think anyone else has been. Well, maybe Billy Bonka has, in a certain extent. Running a country, running a religion is much like running a company, as he has. And there's different styles and different ways to run things and do things. And I am of the opinion that if someone's going to try and hurt you, you stop it from ever happening. If they're going to hurt your friends or your family, you stop them permanently. They don't get a third chance. Some of them don't get a second, but a second, if you can provide the mercy to allow it, is something you should try to do. But if you don't think that you can beat them twice, or that you can protect someone from them because of their behavior or their aggression, then they shouldn't get a second chance. You have to stop them to protect who is yours and what is yours. And I felt that way about Yertle. This was his second chance, and instead of using it constructively, he tried to be destructive and take Stan away from us. And Stan is not his to have. So I made sure he couldn't do it a third time.
As the conversation gets less tense
Yeah.
and moves forward, how long were you married?
I think only 3 years. Like, he and I were only together for 3 years. We weren't officially married,
Yeah, you
per
weren't.
se, because
But you just introduced her as your wife, so... to which, Jade kind of looks at...
Yeah, about 3 years, and then I lost her. She lost me, too.
Oh.
Which is why she's here. And I spent so long building things, trying to find her again.
Well, it's... kind of looking around.
Weird.
I mean,
It's
it
like
has
a
a lot of
beautiful
really
graphic.
pleasant things.
Would you like to see the theater? There's a theater.
Sure.
I'm just
You
imagining
can bring your cup, and we go over to like the theater area.
Mhm.
I'm like,
the
I'm like,
theater having been unchecked is just full chaos. People like just
yeah.
beating
I'm
each
gonna go
other
ahead
up.
and like scroll through the selections to find something age appropriate.
Look. I mean, ultimately, you could look through things. A lot of the theaters actually used less for theater, or perhaps maybe they're getting around to it and they're collaborating. The theater.
I bet there's musical performances there too.
Yeah, but the theater is the spot in your realm where people can commingle. So a lot of it is just even if they're just hanging out on stage to discuss. Maybe they're discussing what are we going to do, but I mean you have to plan a show before you put one on, and so majority of if you're like flipping through what is the different versions of it in the realm as you go. Is really just that. It's that. Make a luck check to find an actual performance that is current.
I haven't rolled a dice in a while. I'm gonna check to see if I have anything permanency that would make that not a 4.
Is it something you have proficiency in?
Well, no, it's a luck check. I don't get proficiency
But
in
if
luck.
he has
But Ryan...
links his luck permanency on him, then is that...
Yep, I do not. I have freedom of movement, mind blank, tongues, wrist space, and glibness. I don't have Lynx's luck. So, it's a 4.
No, the show isn't currently going on. It's probably more of an evening thing.
I'm like, look through it, I go, there's no
only
show.
orgies.
There's only... I don't explain that there is only 6 orgies, but there's no shows. I'm like, yeah, no shows going on right now. Unfortunate.
It's okay.
I guess we'll catch one another time, I'm sure. I'm like, so this is my realm. I think it might need some work.
Some
Would you like to...
interiors would be nice.
There's the 4 poster beds.
Yeah, usually those are like inside of an interior.
But the weather's always perfect. Would you like to sled down a huge mound of gold?
No.
Well, you're missing out. Like, would you like to go back and enjoy some more cakes?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So she
We go
enjoys
have
food
fun.
and she moves on.
Yeah. And I looked at Jane and I'm
And
like,
Jane kind of leans back.
see
And
how
she's
she
just
reminds
like,
you of
she's
you?
just kind of eyeing you. So you want me alive to have more children?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, that would be fine. It wouldn't upset me. But I mainly want you alive so you can enjoy watching our son have more children.
Gross.
Not that, you weirdo.
I hate you!
She just goes,
Obviously that
she
didn't
goes,
cross anyone else's mind!
She just goes, gross. Like,
Don't be weird.
I mean,
I would be an amazing grandmother.
yeah. Obviously. But at the same time, we're eternal. I'm eternal, and that makes you eternal too. So if you don't want to come back to life, you can stay here, and I will bring the grandkids here to see you too. But it's not the same, and you know it.
Another girl's right. I do
She's
remember.
kind of my-
remember having like interior spaces where we came from.
The weather is perfect. This is a ridiculous conversation. I'm not having it again.
Well, I'm not going to make a immediate emotional decision based on, aren't children fun?
Isn't she cute?
Yes.
Also a little terrified.
She got killed for stealing tarts.
She's
Yeah, that's why I stole the crown and the thing. It was from the people who killed her and forced them to adapt another personality
Oh.
where that wouldn't
I
have
can
happened.
understand why seeing that kind of thing might upset her.
Yeah, that's why it happened. Unrelated, you look incredible in the crown, so...
You don't need to say that. I look incredible out of the crown, too.
Listen, the blade's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Come back, don't come back. It is your choice, and I will not force you one way or the other. But
Wasn't that nice?
there is a timer on how long the boy will have. And there's this woman that he's marrying that he's going to need advice about. And he can't get that advice from me because you might have noticed I'm a fucking idiot.
But you're my fucking idiot.
Goddamn right I am. And she might need advice too. From someone who knows him, or someone who knows me. And let's face it, the only breaks I've ever had in this world was you. You left and I created an empire out of a kingdom. Like, literally, I clearly require breaks.
No
Without
wonder
you, I
that
go
girl
too
says
far.
all your friends are angry at you.
Without you, I go too far. But I have you here. So, whatever you decide, I'm good with. As long as you're still here. If you decide to go join Rolfur's realm or something, I'm going to be super duper annoyed and chunk. Because I legitimately couldn't
Who
get
is
you
this
back.
Rolfur? Is he cute?
I turn into him. I'm like, kind of like start doing some feminine poses. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm adorable, so.
This is the scene
But
of the
with
movie
you,
where
I
the
have
actor
everyone.
has a lot of fun.
And then it fades to black.
Yep.
And he fucks his wife as Rolfur.
Listen, they're changelings, they fuck weird. That's what they do. It's a genetic and racial thing. We do weird stuff. Our genders are suggestions.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you do have a natural formed gender without forming. You just get to... That's one of the things you can change as you go.
Yeah,
So
it's still like... It's a suggestion.
You're a suggestion.
It's easier to change than your pants. Like, just... It's like races in mortal kind.
New idea for a candy, the grandmother.
I love it. I love everything about it. The pun.
Okay.
It's great. I love it. It's great.
So, Stan, were you doing anything particular, or
On the second day, or
on either of those? Either.
Oh, first day I created the Quaddle. Second, I created myself a unicorn.
Okay, so you are using your ability to make celestials to
make creatures.
Okay.
Now make a girl unicorn so there can be baby unicorns. That way some ranger can have a majestic religious experience in the future. What?
I'm guessing you're referencing some sort of book.
Yes.
Because you're Bob, and Bob
Specifically,
likes books.
It's a Dritz scene where he finds his religious patron as a ranger is a unicorn. Never mind. You know what? Just go read books. Go read all the Dritz books, and I'll see you in a year.
I'm gonna read a book. It's probably gonna be the or those ones.
Yeah, on that day I created myself a unicorn, right around about the size. Hang out in case anyone
Does
needs
it
me.
have 2 horns in it?
I think it's one
That's
horn.
another book reference.
Unit. One.
I don't have the quadricorn yet. Not yet.
So you're doing that. Terry's spending both days with Sora on the river, soaring over the river with Sora.
I can shoot.
Rolfur, were you spending a couple days with your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way he can really rub it in his sister's face.
Well, I still have backlogs from when I was out in whatever the last place we went to. So I can still go through. So I've still got some work to do there.
Mhm.
It gives me something to do in my downtime, but otherwise I am taking a break. I'm cooling down so I don't make rash decisions.
And while you're doing that, she has an apprentice that she's been training because she still has all the skill, but her hands have the arthritis and they just don't quite work the tools like they're supposed to carve the wood. So that's what she's doing with a lot of her time.
I don't know, what spell cures arthritis?
Youth?
I mean, it's not technically a disease.
Regeneration?
I can cure it.
Yeah, regeneration would do it.
It'd be regeneration, yeah.
I feel like
Greater
greater
restoration,
restoration just kind of falls into a cure-all category, but I don't know if that's... I mean, it wouldn't fix a broken leg, so I don't know if it would fix arthritis, which is just a degradation of the cartilage.
For that, I killed them.
Yeah.
Just use True Resurrection, and that fixes everything.
I love Stan's response.
would.
I could kill your mother. I'll bring her back.
She'll get better.
Cures all wounds.
It's quickly bad than good.
Don't worry, I can fix her. Did you just kill my mom?
Hey man, it was just like when you went
5 more minutes.
Uses the laser rifle.
And I loved it at that point, Rolfur, on his decision of who am I mad at.
Literally just runs her over with one of the chopper cars.
Get in, nerds. We're going to save the world.
Ooh.
Just, oh, hey, Rolfur.
That would work. Kind of overkill.
What, Wish?
Nah, I've got summon Celestials too. I'm trying to think of a Celestial that would do this that doesn't require me to pull out like some huge CR creature. Because all the Celestials that they gave spells to also end up being like massive.
There's no.
I mean,
Like the Cure has access to Greater Restoration, but it's huge. Huge. It's a giant dragon.
Don't you have access to Greater Restoration?
All right, I just have those spells.
Yeah, you could just do that now.
Oh,
Hey guys, are there any monsters that have
well, there. I
Shift Stone?
arthritis.
Okay.
If Greater Restoration works.
Any monsters that have
Sure.
what now?
stone shape at will?
Because if I say it doesn't work, you're gonna kill her and bring her back, and that's disturbing. So sure, Greater Restoration cures arthritis.
I would not do that.
Stan
That
would.
is super messed up.
it's
Yes,
alright.
it is,
Apparently,
and
the rules
Stan
make
would.
it go away.
You know what? If Greater Restoration can reconnect retinas and eyeballs and shit, I'm sure it can restore cartilage.
So
Just, I should have killed myself years ago.
it's messed up. Anyways,
We'll take a god ability that makes it where orgasms give you Greater Restoration.
moving on. Billy, what are you up to?
Exploring the Goompa Island. To
Oh
try to
yes,
figure-
yes, you found that. So yeah, it's as you know, the sun is getting low, and you can kind of just sort of see the silhouettes of the other islands along the horizon. Maybe a couple ships around, and you've spotted the inhabited village that they're currently at.
All right. Well, let's go down and visit them.
Oh no, it's the Great Slaver.
What
He's
do you do?
returned for more.
What do you do? You go down to.
I go down and visit them, and I do whatever their customary greeting is, since I would know.
Yep.
And just looking to talk with them, and wanted to ask around and see if anybody would be interested in not going to the factory, but if they wanted to visit any of their family who did end up deciding to go there.
You have a general sense of mistrust with that. But
So-
those that stayed behind tended
Hey, quick,
to be...
let me know where my family is. No reason.
And it's like I'll sit down and explain to them that I've gotten an ability that allows me to close the distance between two places, and just was thinking that it might be nice, since you haven't seen them in a while, if you would want to reconnect with any of them, I could bring them back here to the island to visit.
Yeah, in general senses, yeah. If any of them want to come back, then yeah, we were not against, welcoming them around to us.
Okay. And it's like,
From me to you, are you referencing like the permanent circle, like the permanent thing that you've done, the gate?
yeah.
You do know that having a permanent gate here could be dangerous, just
Yeah.
from the wild animals that wander about, and the fact that they're not going to stay in one spot to be able to protect it themselves. So
Yeah, I'm aware of that. It's like when we're done using it, I'll get rid of it.
okay.
It's like, okay. And it's like, well, I just, grab like a leaf off a tree or something, just to pick up something to come back here.
Bob?
Yes?
Wow. It's having fun.
There's a thing on my screen that kept blinking at me, and I decided to click on it, and it's like, there's emojis, and one of them is it's a watermelon.
But not only that, but
watermelon.
and now
You see, if you start doing like that, you start doing something. Now the younger boys are doing it.
Yikes.
yeah, okay. Just be careful.
Oh.
Be careful. Because obviously emojis can be from any community that you have on Discord, and I don't know what all this stuff is on there, so be careful.
Yeah, a lot of communities have those emojis locked, especially the really naughty ones.
Hope so.
The naughty.
While I have them here, before I go back, I'll go ahead and I'll explain to them, since we haven't been in contact with them, about the emergence of the new gods, and I'll explain that to them, and that the situation is that if you don't worship a god, that you'll end up in the river of pain and torment.
Jack.
Oh, okay.
Jack.
So, he's like, so Jack has appeared. Okay, cool. And then it's like, I'll still explain who the other ones are, but yeah, if they're dedicated to Jack.
Yeah, definitely feels very foreign idea to them that there are more like that. I mean, no one can be that powerful.
Anyway.
He came in like lightning.
Did you meet that guy? He was pretty cool.
Right. Anyway, so I open up my door to my godly realm and step back into it to go back to the chocolate factory.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll just leave the door open. I'll just leave the door open, and then I'll go back to the chocolate factory and ask around to the other Goompas and ask them if they want to go and visit the island.
Chuck will allow vacation day.
Yeah.
Chuck is stressed out by this decision you have made.
It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, boy.
That's our workforce. We're losing for a day. We have deadlines to meet.
It's like, well, and
Dow gets move Earth 3 times a day.
What does?
Dow, DAO.
It's like, well, if there's a, I don't know, if there's a part of the factory that needs some bolstering, it's like I can set up a mansion to act as it. But
it also gets stone shape at will.
Right.
Wasn't that what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's a really high level monster, though.
So yeah.
I'm guessing that David asked the question that I didn't see in text,
Right.
and now all of a sudden Bob is answering out loud, and I'm like,
No, it's a question I asked a while ago.
oh.
Yeah, and I have access to D&D Beyond. And I just put in the search for the thing he was looking for.
Yeah, he was looking for move Earth stuff.
Yeah, if you're looking for stone shape, I can just search out all the monsters. You get that at will. But I don't think anyone gets move Earth at will.
But, yeah. Well, I guess I could just go through my godly realm to get there now.
Yeah, while you have the door open, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Offer that, and I'll lead the way.
Okay. So you have reunion day. By the end of the day, as people return, after having mucked about on the island and such for a bit, you're fairly certain that while Chuck has the issues of losing one day, that there will be a number of maternity leave issues coming up for him in the future as well. But otherwise, do you do anything with your following day?
Yeah. In the following day, I'm going to return to Wonders and explore the places where I haven't been there.
Okay, I mean, anywhere anywhere specific, or
I ask around in Carol's if there's any place particularly interesting. If not, I pick a direction and go.
Are you looking for one of the other settlements, or?
Sure. It's like I'll wander through the wilds to the next.
You'll get a recommendation for Vorpal. They have a interesting smithing community out there.
All right, let's go and check out Vorpal.
How quickly do you move to?
Say it's like by Pegasus. It's like 90 speed over land or overland speed. It's like I don't get the dimension to where it will. And it's like if it's far enough, I could just teleport there, I suppose.
500 miles? I mean, you could be the man who walked 500 miles, and then if you need to, you could walk 500 more.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, fuck that bitch.
Because 500, so that'd probably end up being probably the entire day if I were to go that way. So yeah, I guess I'll just teleport there.
Okay.
So yeah, if somebody's in Carol's has something that I can buy from them that's from Vorpal.
I mean, they do. Wouldn't be cheap.
It's like, doesn't have to be anything expensive. It could just be a packing label. Or a box. It's like...
The box wouldn't have been made there. It would be sent there and then...
Oh, okay. Or a slip of paper that came from Vorpal.
We don't keep track of that kind of thing, where it came from or... But yeah, for like 70,000 gold.
What are they offering me?
Vorpal short sword.
A Vorpal short sword for 70,000. Can I haggle them?
You can certainly try.
Alright, then I will attempt to do so.
That doesn't seem at all concerning, the evil guy going to get a Vorpal short sword.
Yeah, if only you knew someone that already had some sort of Vorpal blade.
Didn't that get supply and demanded?
Did it?
Yep.
It sure did.
Yeah, it's like that got supply and demanded. Okay.
Cast into oblivion.
I mean, someone else just has it now.
I got a 37 on my persuasion.
They'll go down to 52.
Okay, then I'll pay that.
Hey, Eric. Are elementals on your summon list? You're a divine summon?
It's been the half... You picked two, so it's been Celestial and Undead and Celestial and, I guess, Elemental. I haven't picked a second one for that one.
I sent you something, David.
Does I want a Dow?
Alright, so I get a
Learned what?
He wants an elemental.
Mm-hmm.
He wants an earth genie.
Alright.
I sent him a small fae. It's close.
So I grab my Vorpal short sword and use it as a teleport focus.
Yep. You end up in the crafting district of Vorpal. Which is sort of like a town center where the rhythm of hammer on steel and quenched metal in water and the bellows being pumped, it comes out like a sweet song between all these different workers of all these different shops about here as you just sort of end up in the center of this area. No one carrying a mind that you've just popped in amongst the number. But yeah, just craftsmen that basically the sound of their work comes out like music.
Neato.
It's like I'll have to tell these people about the good god of war Stan and the god of craft Terry. They'd be very interested in knowing about them. I would surmise. So. So yeah, I'll go ahead and make my way about the place, proselytizing to inform the people of the town of Vorpal about the new gods.
Do that. Other than that, you also, this is sort of the southern border of Wonders where it meets Kingdom of the Scale, and there, of course, warnings. Beware the Jabberwock, my son.
And it's like, I am armed and ready to fight.
Yes, wide one of our blades. The only thing that can do it, really.
All I can offer you is a Snickers snack.
And it's like, have we heard any sound of it as of late?
The burbling has not been around recently.
So everything's quiet at the moment.
Otherwise, yeah. So you proselytize just in general there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, these people probably haven't heard of us, so.
Yep. I'll do that. And it's been a couple of days. Let's do.
And you said it was a scale kingdom that it was next to?
Kingdom of the Scale.
Do I get any information about what that kingdom's like?
If you ask, yeah, that's the Dragon's Kingdom.
Like Dragonborn or dragons?
The certainly Dragonborn amongst them, but dragons. I think you were the one. Didn't you read someone's mind about going up that river?
Yeah, the black and green dragons fighting each other at the mouth of the river.
The Dragon River. Yeah, that's
okay.
That's the major river that runs through that kingdom.
Oh no.
It's like, very interesting. I'll have to go and visit the dragons.
And I think that is everyone for those couple of days before Mushroom Day.
Mushroom Day.
I do have a request of Sora.
Okay.
So there's a fairy that if she could get an alliance of some, then it would be useful perhaps to strengthen borders via walls. But they're called Kords, Korred. But they're very much so nature worshipping fae. So falls under her purview. But they would be great for making like a great wall of jade maybe. And
she seems hesitant immediately with the idea of when you talk of fae. You don't.
Have you not met fae?
I grew up south of the Faelands. They're not controllable, folk. They don't do what you want.
Hi.
Is that Faeland, not Fellland?
Yeah.
No. The Faelands is Wonders.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, well, that was the thought. There's also an elemental, but it would be harder to find the Tao.
The Tao.
I would like to employ some Tao or some Tor out of the way.
They may at least be easier to deal with. See here. Have a note somewhere. Maybe not. Or maybe I put it here. let's generalize something here and just say plus 600 to all for those couple of days. We've just...
Oh, yeah. We get worshippers. I forgot.
So, obviously the shrine will go back open, but for right now, the shrine is closed.
Yeah. So we're generalizing
We have
some
other
things.
we have
You
other
also
things that are
haven't been
giving us
as
worship.
heavily actively, like, doing your... pulling people into your domain for that, so...
But there's also a dedicated construct that is just in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot slower than he was personally.
Yeah.
And we have like a college of bards and a school, and like there's a lot of things that are proselytizing on our behalves without us having to work
Billy
at it.
is actively proselytizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I was too.
Yeah.
Sora,
I'm busy.
we should raise a family to nobility as religious clerics.
And just for fun, Terry, make a luck check for me.
Oh, hey, I actually get to make a luck check.
Oh yeah, you never get to make luck checks.
Nope.
I mean, I've made a luck check recently.
Remember, you
All right.
have advantage.
Yep. 19 plus 4 is 23.
That's pretty good.
Because I do have an 18 luck.
Dump stat.
Yep.
You don't have permanency Lynx's luck or whatever?
Lynx's luck. I do have Lynx's luck on me, thanks to Ryan. That was one of the first things he gave me.
Yep.
All right. So I got that noted down. Otherwise, next day, do you head off for mushrooms pretty early?
Yeah, I would like to gather up everybody that I can to go to meet with the old man.
Okay. Do you reassess with Rolfur since you ended up adding a couple days? Does he still need time? Or?
Yeah, Rolfur, we're about to head off to the Mushroom Lands. Mushroom Island, do you want to come?
What's the plan after family? No, I'm still doing things. I had another thing planned after this. Hey, this is my personal journey.
Yeah, no.
Dude.
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing at you.
He's
I
laughing
came
at
across a
David.
creature. I came across a creature named the Puddin' King,
There you go.
and it made me laugh that there's a small, chaotic humanoid named the Pudding King.
Rolfur, I do have 3 tree tokens for you.
We'll meet up. I probably only need maybe another couple days, maybe a week.
Okay. Let me, don't hesitate to let me know if you want help with anything.
Nope, just gotta go some cross country, do some tracking, and find something really obscure.
I mean, we could help with that. Probably knock it out in a day.
I'd like to do it myself.
Okay.
So you
You're not in the River of Souls right now, are you?
No, I'm at home.
Yeah, you know that actually because you're talking to him through the mind link.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Are you working right now? No, I'm definitely not working. I'm on vacation. You in the office?
You in the office? All right.
So you get people
okay,
gathered.
Well, yep. So whoever wants to go is welcome to come with.
Alice, Old Man, Terry, Billy, Stan, are you going too? Yep. So everyone except Rolfur.
Yep.
Let's go!
And,
I want to see some
and Alice will
mushrooms.
say, is Rolfur coming?
Rolfur is not coming. He is spending time at home, actually. He's not in the river. He's not working. He is at home. I think that he might be visiting his family.
Man needs a vacation, and family is important.
Alice contacts you, Rolfur. Is everything...
What's up, Alice?
Is everything okay with you? I heard you're with family. I know that can be scary.
That's pretty good. My travels kept me away from home a lot, so they didn't really notice my passing.
Rolfur responds, "No, I'm in the river proselytizing."
What did they tell you? That's what I've been doing for days.
No,
Let me know if you need help.
Nope, just gonna...
but I do have presents for everybody. Because what is the start of a journey without presents from Terry? And I go ahead and hand everybody out audacious gold and gold chains with a big jade medallion on it that is in the shape of a teardrop. And these are proofs against poison.
I already have one.
That is not remotely beautiful. That is
You made
so
it.
That is so last season.
Yeah, you got me one as well.
Well then, I made 5.
Pyridane, I guess? Pass one to Jack and tell him it's an amulet of free booze. It makes you lucky.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I can hold on to it. There's people I
Enchant
could
it
give
with-
this to you, but I
enchant
just gotta
it with,
be
like-
honest, I already have one.
Like, enchant it with Lynx's luck. So that it has proof against poison and Lynx's luck on it. So it's just like, it's my lucky talisman, but I can't get drunk. No,
Like,
Yeah.
there's people who could use this, but I don't particularly need it.
okay, well, I mean, don't take it then. I
I
can
don't know.
recycle.
Do you have to tune or
Stop.
tune?
Nope.
Hold on. What does it do again? Parry poison? Does
It's
what?
a parapet of poison protection.
Yeah.
It gives you immunity to poisons, both the damage type and the condition.
Okay. Yeah, just hold
And
on
it
to
does not require attunement. It's broken. It's my favorite item. It's so good.
No, it's not broken because poison's already just weak.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me?
But we're going to the place where there's going to be lots of poisons, probably. So,
Thank you, Terry.
I'm just saying, I deal poison damage as a tricky boy.
well, in that case, since I have extras, because I'm only giving out 3, it seems, I've got, well, that's about right. I've got 1 extra. So
It's
I'm going
a
to go ahead and put my,
parapet proof against poison.
yep, I'm going to put my extra 1 on Crystal.
You're fucking it.
My Crystal
It's not a
Hawk,
real person.
my Crystal Hawk now has bling.
It's way too big.
And Horsey is immune to it, but he naturally is.
Anyways, so you are teleporting?
Yep.
And I believe you just have a description?
That's
Yep.
right.
There be mushrooms. Let's go, boys.
Make your roll.
Good luck, everybody.
Come on, Mishap. Similar location.
Get the heels ready.
And a 10 and an 8. So I don't know what the 10's digit. Is that 100 or 0?
18.
That's 18.
Okay.
So, as you find yourself in, like you can kind of see out enough that you see, yeah. Like, roll again. Let me see where you're gonna what you're gonna see.
36. This is going swimmingly.
Well, maybe, depending on how you roll.
Yeah, your vision keeps kind of shifting here. Again.
39.
Again.
How much damage can we take? 64.
Okay.
So we teleport and you all wake up in your afterlives.
So you each take 54 damage, which I'm sure for you guys is fine, but just for a normal person, as basically, as you find yourself, like, you can see parts of, like, these weird structures of enormous mushrooms and things like that, but, like, you keep appearing, like maybe you're, like, halfway into one, and then you keep appearing, like, out of one another way, like they're just like exploding as your body keeps like shifting around to somewhere else until you find yourself landing atop probably what is a 75-foot wide mushroom cap that kind of just sort of sways with the sudden added weight, and you just sort of look out in all directions as there are just giant mushrooms. And we will pick up there next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hell yeah.